It's kdda1 and I'm here with another live video. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm gonna let stuff marinate, I'm gonna let stuff cook. We got pull up live and all that shit, so just stay tuned, stay tuned. Alright, so we in. Alright. It's kdda1, I'm back with another live video. Let's get into this shit and yeah, we was gonna watch a Gideon video. I had to sit here and find this nigga. I ain't even gonna lie, this nigga has a smooth ass name for no fucking reason. This nigga's a predator. Look at the shirt. Ugly as hell. Be named Cyrex. Bro, niggas in the hood don't even got names that good. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why the fuck this nigga named so fucking hard.
Did have 1K, but that little ass Marty.
Whoa! What?
But that little ass Marty.
What?
I don't know who the fuck Marty is, but I ain't even gonna lie. This nigga got mad. You're T.
Oh! What?
You're trying to interfere in my life, you f***ing see this? How do you like that, now you ass little ass nigga? You had no right.
Why is everybody in?
I'm not even gonna hold you. I haven't heard this many like niggers and bullshit in so long. I can't even say that word, but I haven't heard the N word like spam that much in so fucking long. Please sub to Gideon if y'all want to see more content like this. Every time he streams, you know, I be loving to keep in tune. I know y'all probably love it too.
The most unhinged man on the internet. Who is he? What did he do? Is this video broken up?
We need to talk about something, man. You've gone too far, and I mean too far. It's one thing to attack me. It's one thing to troll me. It's one thing to make a, a haha joke, very funny, blah blah, funny shit. This isn't a game, Marty. You're fucking with people's lives here, you sick fuck.
Some people get the short end of the stick when it comes to genetics, and not all of them deal with it gracefully. Sure, congenital issues can account for some shortcomings, but how many? When does someone cross the line, and despite their defects, when can they be held accountable for their actions? A case study of this gray area is Ohio's very own Cyrax, often referred to as
Always in Ohio.
or
I just wanna know
Asmongold's
who
long-lost
Marty
twin.
is.
Over the course of a decade,
Like, why
Cyrax
does
has gone
Marty
from an
get all the
aspiring
smoke?
musician to trying to stay out of jail for things like abusing his grandmother and sending some very unfortunate messages to people who definitely shouldn't have received them. So in today's video, I aim to answer the question, who the hell is Cyrax?
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know what that means. All right, go.
Oh, hey. Oh, that was a banger.
Lolcows, Cyrax didn't just come about in a vacuum. If anything, he is the closest we've ever come to a purebred lolcow. Born Patrick Smith on September 20th, 1990, Cyrax claims he was born at just 26 weeks, weighing only 1 pound and 12 ounces, with only 1 kidney and 1.5 lungs, and with 1 blind lazy eye. At least in part, this is because his mother, Connie Lobdell, was herself challenged to some extent. Cyrax's grandmother, Sally, claimed she was fully disabled, although it's unclear what that means, while his father described her as someone with ADHD, and another unnamed condition. He specified that it took him 3 years to teach her how to drive a car, which suggests some degree of intellectual limitation. Many speculate he suffers from fetal alcohol syndrome, though due to Connie's potentially impaired condition, there's hardly any way to hold her accountable for that. His father, on the other hand, is a very different story. In 1994, Rupel Mark Smith, the original legal name of Cyrax Sr., was arrested. While accounts on this vary, with Cyrax himself saying his father went to jail the day he was born, the records available put his arrest at when Cyrax would have been 3 or 4 years old. On July 26, a 14-year-old girl was raped by an unknown man who chased her off a bike path for around 50 feet. According to a person who identified as the unnamed victim, he'd already been stalking her prior to the assault, which meant it was premeditated and suggestive that he'd probably done something like this before. She gave a detailed description of her attacker and his blue 10-speed bike to the police, who prepared a composite sketch. When presented with photo lineups, the victim picked Rupel out of both of them. The sketch was then published in the local newspaper and ended up being seen by Rupel himself just 2 days after the attack. Fortunately, the intellectual acumen of the Smith lineage was already being exhibited, as Rupel decided to call the police himself and identify himself as extremely similar to the man depicted, only to say he wasn't responsible and had an alibi. Regardless, this was enough for the person taking his call to report him to their supervisor, leading an officer to be sent to where Rupel was residing. Upon arriving at the residence, the blue 10-speed bike was seen, an exact match for the one that was at the crime.
So you called the police to tell them, hey, this dude looks like me, but it's not me. Gave them your address.
Once the officer became more accusatory toward Rupel, his responses were incriminating. Apparently, while he didn't outright confess to the assault, he said something tantamount to an admission of kidnapping, dragging the victim across the road against her will. After that, Rupel asked for an attorney, but what he said at that point was enough for an arrest and trial, during which a jury convicted him of kidnapping, sexual assault, and sexual abuse of a minor. He attempted to appeal his convictions, but ultimately failed and had to serve a total of 20 years in prison. This is relevant because it meant that, with Rupel out of the picture due to his arrest, and Connie being unfit to care for a child due to her disability, someone else would have to raise Cyrax. That someone ended up being his grandmother, Sally, who moved Patrick out of Alaska and into her humble home in Akron, Ohio. Oddly enough, Sally had been in a strangely similar situation to that of Rupel's, only on the receiving end. As we can learn from an article in a local Alaskan newspaper, Rupel's father, and Sally's first husband, is a man named William Bill Smith, born in 1941. According to public records, Sally was born in 1952, and Rupel was born in 1969, meaning she was 17 when she had him and just 14 when she got married to Bill, who was 25 years old, the exact same age Rupel had been when he committed his crime. What's worse is that Rupel had older siblings, though records on how many are difficult to find. We know that at least one of them was also named Bill, who ended up simultaneously suffering from AIDS and cancer until he passed away in 2015. Just so you know, when I say Cyrax is a purebred lolcow, I mean generations of
I'm not even gonna lie, it's my first time hearing about this nigga. I'm still trying to figure out how this nigga got the name Cyrax.
extremely unfortunate circumstances have coalesced to bring him.
Bro, man, there's some families that are just cursed, bro. I swear.
Via newspaper clippings of one of Sally's brother's obituary, we can determine her maiden name is Arnson. But when she took Cyrax in to raise him, she was married to another man named Gordon Wilkins and took his last name, so she decided to rename Cyrax accordingly, calling him by the name he went on to use for the entirety of his life.
This is Chance Finley Wilkins talking to Nicholas Beagler. What you fail to realize, Nick Wilkins
By the name he went on to use for the entirety of his life.
This is Chance
Finley Wilkins. Chance Finley Wilkins is his name. So again, how the fuck you give a name like Cyrax? You play too much Mortal Kombat, son.
Finley Wilkins talking to Nicholas Beagler. What you fail to realize, Nick, is that I made you.
From Patrick Smith to Chance Wilkins, from Alaska to Ohio, Cyrax wasn't even 5 and was already undergoing some radical transformations. In his recollection, he had a very rough time at school, with people bullying him and giving him swirlies due to his appearance.
I was supposed to die the day that I was born. And when I was born with 1 kidney and 1.5 lungs. And, growing up through school, I did get picked on. I got bullied way more than most. I got judged. I got beat up every day. I was that kid that was an outcast in high school.
But, as we will learn in full detail, Chance isn't an entirely reliable narrator, since contrary to his claims, it seems he did indeed have friends during his school years. In an interview with Elspeth, a friend of Cyrax's from high school, she said,
"We met quite literally in high school. We had a mutual friend in common. and that's how we met.
According to Elspeth, Chance and his group of friends bonded over their interest in dancing, so much so that she herself is a trained ballet dancer. She recalls an instance where they both performed a piece called The Dueling Dancers at the school's talent show, but unfortunately there's no footage of this event. When they weren't at school, they usually met up and hung out at the house of their aforementioned friend, Billy Seiler. Billy was a short, legally blind African-American student, and Cyrax described him as a closer friend than the rest of the group. After all, Billy was the one who introduced him to Linkin Park, one of Cyrax's favorite bands. Months before any of his followers investigated Cyrax's story with Billy, Cyrax spontaneously brought it up, saying,
Unfortunately, when I was 16 to 17 years old, around that time period, I was actually by one of my best friends from high school. Now, at the time, I didn't know that he was gay. I had actually met this kid. His name was Billy Seiler. We had gone to the same high school together, and me and him grew really, really close. We were super cool with each other.
This is quite a claim to make, especially to bring it up as lightly as Cyrax did. This was enough to rouse suspicion, but as time went on, the situation only worsened. In another retelling, Cyrax mentioned that his family spoke to the school about what Billy supposedly did to him, and the school responded by kicking Cyrax out so it wouldn't happen again.
They know what Billy did. That's why they removed me from that school, so it didn't happen to me again.
Though this isn't impossible,
Doesn't even
it
make
sounds
any sense.
unlikely that the victim of such a circumstance would be the one getting kicked out of the school.
That makes
Worse
no
yet
sense
was the
at
fact
all.
that Cyrax originally claimed to have been 16 or 17 when this took place, but he only changed high schools after 2009, when he would have been 19, meaning the time frame doesn't really add up. This discrepancy was confirmed by Cyrax himself, who later changed it and said that, while Billy was underage, he himself was not.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of things that's not hidden. Like, I'm looking at the fucking chat and they right. How did a legally blind person do this to you? Now, at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and discredit any victim. But again, I want to know, like, shit just doesn't make sense right now. Shit is not making sense.
How are you not so pissed though at that school?
Oh,
Like,
I
I
am.
think it's
Oh, I am.
insane. You should have never been expelled.
We tried, and that's the thing. That's the thing. We tried to fight.
Wait,
it,
that
but
sounds
due to
like
the
my
fact that he
decoy.
was
One of my
underage,
decoys.
And I was.
Yeah, that
Oh
sounds
my
like that
God,
40-year-old.
dude. I don't understand that. That's fucking bullshit.
People became
The one I was talking shit about last time. Sorry, didn't mean to say talking shit, but like I said, she sounds like a 45-year-old. She look old as shit, and then having her like play a decoy, I don't know. But at the same time, these niggas keep falling for her, so these niggas ain't the smartest. So
suspicious, and since Cyrax had already given this person's name out, they decided to look further into it. The information was enough to find Billy's Facebook and contact him, informing him of what Cyrax claimed happened during high school. Once contact was established, what Cyrax
like my
allegedly did to Billy became a matter of
decoy.
public knowledge.
So we were up in my room, it was late at night, probably 12, 1 o'clock on a weekday. When it gets hot, guys tend to take off their shirts and everything. I was either on my belly on the floor, or I think I was searching for something, and the next thing
No, it wasn't
I
her.
know,
It wasn't her, chat.
and at this point, I had never given any type of consent whatsoever.
This all but confirmed in the eyes of many that at the ripe age of either 18 or 19 years old, Cyrax had assaulted a disabled minor. What a great way to start the story.
gosh.
We have little to no information on what else Chance was up to during the two.
I'm not gonna lie, that's some sick ass shit. Not only, but like, let me explain it like this. Not only did he sit here SA this disabled minor, he's also saying here, blaming him, saying that he did it, saying that, oh, he did it to me.
2000s, but we do know what his family was up to. His mother, Connie, remarried in 2002 and was living with a man named Michael. But just a few years later, in 2007, she tragically passed away while using a wood stove that didn't have proper piping, and because of this, it resulted in a house fire. Perhaps adding to the tragedy was the fact that she passed away on Cyrax's 17th birthday. A little over a year later, the house Sally was living in with Chance was broken into, though there's no way to know if the perpetrator was ever found. In late 2009 to early 2010, Cyrax created his first ever YouTube channel, but it was nothing to write home about besides a few AMVs he made with freeware, and definitely
Hey, that's
stole
not a bad
other people's
AMV,
content while
low-key.
doing so. The years of 2010
That
and
wasn't bad.
2011 were mostly uneventful, though Cyrax made a few Facebook posts that contributed to the notion that he wasn't as bullied as he said he was, since he had multiple girlfriends during this period. He also shows his funnier side with jokes such as, Santa, ho ho ho, me. Damn, Santa has 3 hoes? What a man whore. One at a time, and they better get paid extra. You so fat and old, nasty. It's only in 2012 that things get intense, with Cyrax abusing his grandmother, Sally, in a document retrieved via the Freedom of Information Act, because, yes, his followers are that dedicated. We have information on every time the police have been called in relation to Cyrax's house, and on the 14th of February, a domestic fight was reported by Sally's brother, William Arnson. Chance is described as out of control and fighting with his mom before leaving the house and walking toward the freeway. It appears he attempted to choke or strangle his grandmother, but fortunately, the report cites no injuries and no.
So this nigga, he a predator. Like, if y'all look up the word predator is someone who sits here and prey upon the person that is weaker or someone that they could get away with. So this nigga is a predator. Like, this nigga need to go down. Like, again, I don't understand how y'all let people like this get a platform. Y'all let people like this be able to talk. I don't care how funny y'all thought the nigga was. It's still weird to me.
Weapons. To this
Okay, chat, what is the youngest victim he has? Let me see. Let's go down here.
Juggalo adjacent communities that Cyrax has spent the better part of a decade sharing his music to, and that flipped a major switch. What kicked it off was when Cyrax was invited to appear on a show called the Juggalo Drama Alert, where he was asked by the host, Fred the Boy Blue,
14,
to explain his situation
12.
with Candle. Noticing how much of an absolute character Cyrax was, Fred had him appear in multiple episodes right after, and this grew Chance's popularity exponentially. Whereas he had 1 or 2 trolls who intermittently impersonated him before, he was now attracting a group of troll followers who were dedicated. While still in their developmental stages, they would eventually become the co-stars of the reality show Cyrax's life is about to be. Around the same time, though we don't have the exact date, he began dating Heather, but not the same Heather as before. With new Heather, at some point during 2019,
How's he
he
getting
made a video about how
girlfriends?
cyberbullying and other kinds of abuse may lead to doing something drastic. While we don't know the date this video went up, if it came out before Candle began role-playing as if she had passed away, there's a very good chance her faking her death was to make it seem like Cyrax had done exactly the thing he denounced and cyberbullied someone to the grave. For a while, the trolls did little besides sending outlandish threats of all sorts to Cyrax.
Yo, Nod, you've been doing a lot of great work. I'm making you a moderator. So anytime you want to sit here on live and you want to do some work, you could sit here and do shit. You could remove people. You could do a lot. So you'll be a mod. I got you, my boy. You've been doing smooth.
Even going as far as calling his home phone to inform him that they had planted a bomb in Sally's car, which Cyrax reported to the police, and once the car was checked out and no device was found in it, he made a video on his Facebook page mocking his trolls. Eventually, they evolved and realized that if they were going to get any quality lolcow content out of him, they would have to be working on the inside. One of the first to do it was by the name of Boogeyman, who began interacting directly with Cyrax and even received a voice message from him explaining the Candle situation. Around the same time,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. These people who follow these sick people, like, and like do all this extra stuff, man, like they're thrown off too, bro. They're like,
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know how people like this get famous in the first place. But then when y'all sit here on some shit doing stuff like this, y'all sitting here bringing it back. Y'all sitting here not letting this shit die. That shit be wild. I really don't understand that. I feel like we got a lot of great people who's doing content right now that could be famous. And why the fuck are we listening to Cyrax?
all this to this dude. I mean, he's already a sicko, and now you're. Oh no.
Now you're trying to act
Juggalo
like him.
act called the Bender Boys also got involved in trolling Cyrax in some unknown fashion, earning the ire of the Madman of Akron. While it gets increasingly difficult to find the exact dates and details for things from around this time, the closest I found was that a channel very tightly associated with the Bender Boys, called Brooklyn Menace, posted a video edit of Cyrax playing around with a samurai sword under the title Cyrax Shaolin. After a month or so of gratuitously terrorizing him, the more sophisticated trolls took a page out of the Daniel Larson textbook, deciding to pose as a record label interested in signing Cyrax. In late October, he posted a video about how he finally made it.
See, a lot of people don't realize it, but thanks to the haters over on YouTube on my new channel, I got some exposure, got hooked up with a major major underground artist who just happens to be working with some big names in the industry.
After years of struggling as an independent musician, he finally succeeds. And to follow this poetic note, it appears that the new Heather is spending some time at the Cyrax household, as we have footage of her from around this time, kissing Cyrax and fighting trolls alongside him. It is shocking to see that Heather physically chokes and coughs upon kissing what has been dubbed by the trolls the trench mouth. However, good time, chokes and coughs upon kissing what has been dubbed by the trolls.
She immediately wiped her mouth when she kissed him.
Trench mouth. However, good times.
I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I wouldn't even say this is a real friend. She just doing this shit for the clout because you got a platform. That's sad. That's sad as fuck.
Don't always last. I believe that October of 2019 is the most accurate time frame for the rise of Cyrax's arch nemesis and primary troll, the King of Akron, Music Biz Marty. From what is available online, we can deduce that Music Biz Marty approached Cyrax as someone interested in managing his merch shop, only to proceed to claim control over the merch store and play the role of a cartoonishly greedy corporate record label executive who tricked Cyrax into signing away the rights of all of his merchandise to the evil Ram Ranch Records. In a video from this period, Cyrax can be seen begging for Marty to stop what he's doing and pretending to cry while asking to be left alone.
You are degrading me. You're ruining my image as an artist, as a person. You are sick.
In order to play Cyrax for a fool more effectively, he creates a false dichotomy between Ram Ranch Records and Bender Boys Records, which he was also indirectly in control of. It becomes very difficult to verify whether this manifestation of the Bender Boys has any direct relation to the previous one, and how exactly Cyrax's relationship with the Juggernaut ended, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much. This period was rife with Cyrax's participations on the Juggalo show, including one where he appears to be freestyling a diss track on Marty, who is also in the call, while a Juggalo and member of IP2 named Gucci's twerks to his bars. You could not make this up if you tried to. In early November, the setup concocted by Marty and the Bender Boys comes into play, as Cyrax is convinced he has successfully escaped the talons of Ram Ranch Records by joining the Bender Boys label. Despite this taking place only a couple of weeks after his supposed signing to Juggernaut, after believing he joined the Bender Boys, he delivered one of, if not the funniest moment during the entirety of the Cyrax story. To celebrate it, he posts a video wearing what looks to be an oversized pleather jacket and sunglasses, all of which is juxtaposed against the regular scenario of his insane asylum white-walled containment zone he calls a bedroom. He begins the video by drinking some kind of clearly non-alcoholic beige fluid, as if it were champagne, before proceeding to give shout-outs to any and every person he's ever interacted with, like he was receiving a Grammy. Another noticeable thing is the change in his affectation. He puts on a slightly New York accent with Ebonics to go with it.
I figured I'd come in, celebrate, kick it, chill. Got a brand new dope track dropping with some of the homies.
Cyrax can also be seen visibly calculating the best moments from.
You know what's going through my mind right now? This is the same guy who was like just spamming the N-word in the beginning, just calling everybody nigga, ER, all that
to take
shit.
off his sunglasses dramatically, and he does it when he decides to talk about how the deal with BBR will help him take care of his kids. He obviously does not have, and I'm not even sure he's physiologically capable of having kids, and what he's referring to here are new Heather's kids, but we'll explain that part in a little bit. Eventually, he's joined on a stream by someone with whom he's planning to drop a song, and we later learn that dropping a song and music video was a part of his contract with BBR. The song comes out, and it sounds like you'd expect it to. And now, the other shoe dropped.
Bro.
Unironically, he sounds better than half of the niggas who make music nowadays. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of the new artists, he's unironically sounding better than half of y'all niggas.
Why do you guys send me these people, bro? It's like, bro, man, I look forward to hanging out with you guys, but I end my days and my streams just like, why? I'm gonna be stuck the rest of my day and my night just thinking about this.
Alleging that his single underperformed terribly, Bender Boys Records called Cyrax up to deliver some bad news.
Yo, Cyrax, I got an announcement to make. The video's not doing as well as we thought it was going to. Speaking with the team here at Bender Boys Records, they deemed you unmanageable.
How?
We had to sell your contract, man.
Wait, what the fuck? Are you serious right now?
We sold it this morning.
Are you fucking serious? I put in all that hard work for nothing? Are you serious right now? Bro, you're fucking stupid. I put in all that hard work for you and the crew for what?
Do you want to know who we sold it to?
I already know. Music You are the fucking comeback.
As of that day onward, Cyrax and his music were the intellectual property of none other than Music Biz Marty, and things can only get worse from there. Due to Heather's very close involvement with Cyrax's online presence, she was often seen alongside him during his live streams, which was Cyrax's main vehicle of communication at this point. While it didn't look like she was very interested in Chance as a romantic partner, perhaps the attention he got online, even if negative, was her motive. And if it was attention she was after, she definitely got it. On November 22nd, one of Cyrax's anonymous trolls makes a phone call reporting that Chance was being mean and violent to Heather, taking her phone by force and refusing to give it back. The results of this call have been archived since the police showed up at the house during another one of the Juggalo congregations, prompting Cyrax to immediately tell Heather to follow him upstairs, also known as the Goblin Hideout, for whenever someone visits his house. The police were told that they were sleeping and that the call was a prank. However, 3 days later, that call prophetically came true, as on the 25th another police report was filed, this time by someone named Mike. In it, Chance is described as hitting his girlfriend during a live stream on YouTube, but I haven't managed to find any video to match that specific date. When the police arrived at the location, the two were spoken with and claimed there was no occurrence. Given the lack of hard evidence, we can presume that Chance did no such thing. I mean, just months before posting, he was posting videos to his Facebook about how a man that lays his hands on a woman is a coward. There's no way he was projecting, right? Well, a day after, during a live stream Heather was a part of where she was talking to one of the people following the Cyrax story, Cyrax himself eventually intervenes and is seen attempting to yank the phone out of Heather's hand violently, which some saw as an overly aggressive action. The same day, a troll once again made a call to Akron PD to report what had happened, and they conducted a welfare check. Not only do we have what was on the police report, which claimed Heather was acknowledging Chance's abuse to the person she was live streaming with, we also have the phone call made by the troll.
Chance J. Wilkins, he's a 28 or 29-year-old man. He had struck.
That was the most wildest shit I heard, this whole fucking video. This nigga is 28 or 29. I would have thought this nigga was like 50 or something. I would have thought this nigga was like in his 60s. This nigga is 28 or 29. What type of life decisions or what type of choices do you make in life that this is what happened to you?
His girlfriend, Heather Porter, who is currently pregnant.
Just 2 days later,
Bro, man, like, how invested in these people do you have to be to where you're calling the cops for them? Like, oh my!
I said that yesterday.
Everybody in this situation is losers, bro. Oh, he did it! 911. Chad Wilkins. He's a 28, 29-year-old man. He just struck his girlfriend Heather, and she's also pregnant. Like, bro, oh my!
Not gonna lie, I mentioned a lot when it came to like my video yesterday. My video yesterday, it had that parasocial video. So like, again, looking at people like this, it confused the fuck out of me. How like some people like sit on YouTube, get connected to people like this, start forming this weird like parasocial relationship, and like, to be fair, I just can't watch the rest of the video. Personally, the video is just too much right now. Shit. Fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. Why not check out some boxing TikToks?
Here are the 7 best beginner-friendly boxing exercises you need to start doing today. 1. Jump rope 3 rounds, 5 minutes each. 2. Shadow boxing with dumbbells and max speed shadow boxing. Jab and cross. 3. Now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty decent. That's some pretty real work. That's some pretty real shit.
Right hand, with the body wide open. And I can't even see my vision's impaired. Now I got an embrace for impact. Makes no sense. The better option is to roll with that hand tight. Throw the right hand, I'm here. I got that protected. Now, if you hook up top, I'm rolling anyway. See that? This hand low for the force of the body, that's block. If you left hook again, up top, left hook up top, right hand up top. I'm low anyway. You see that? Keeping the elbows protected because it's common sense. Throw the right hand, again, the body open. So I'm gonna roll twice. Left hook up top. I'm good. This hand protected. Keep the body tight. Roll.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Repression could teach you this. You don't need to sit here and have perfect Floyd Mayweather like timing. You don't need to sit here on some shit and be like Ali. You just need to constantly practice. And to be fair, this, like I always say, boxing is one of the best sports to actually get into. When it comes to like mind over everything, like boxing is one of the best sports to get into. Because you also learn how to protect yourself and how to stop moments where a person could catch you lacking.
Gotta go. Boom. You do this, or you do the right. This is the jab. 7 is the jab. This is the liver. This is the spleen. Solar plex. The guy's gonna punch back. The guy's not punching back. So if you're hitting that, like you're trying to jab, the guy get whip, jab. You know, you gotta move after you punch. If you don't move after every time you punch, you gotta move. Throw it up. You throw it up.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. You know how much information that we are given on the internet, like nowadays.
So if
you could literally learn. I'm not going to say you're going to be fucking Mike Tyson level. You're not going to be fucking Floyd Mayweather level. But you could learn by yourself in your house how to at least throw a punch. How to at least dodge. How to at least start throwing combos. You could train all this shit. I'm not going to lie. It's something I always loved about boxing.
This will make your punches snap different.
Ain't even gonna lie, that's probably something that we're gonna need to invest in, some reflex bands.
It could be tougher. Bro, just like a nigga with a hole inside his rubber. You never see pain until a hole inside your brother. Pause and turn away, trying to hope that he recover. Run away from the life before there's no time to recover. Tired seeing broken bodies moving undercover. Young boys dying, glory buried by their mother. Please God, ease their pain, no there's no recover.
I wonder, can I get copyrighted for my own song? Right here, I'm trying to critique myself. So, like, you could imagine this was like us going like 5%, right? So, every hit was us just going slow. One thing about this time, like, I didn't know what guard I should like use. So like me trying to learn my guard, again, this is stuff that y'all can learn by yourself in your own house. Like, I'm not saying y'all gonna be Mike Tyson level, professional level. You're gonna always need a gym or something, but this is all stuff that I could critique, look at. Like how I said, I moved too much. I got caught lacking. I was trying to make sure that he could stay outside and I could stay outside. That was a clean body hit. Now this is us going like a good 10%. Now I'm trying to use my height, but again, I'm not blocking. Yeah, I just let my hands down. This is us going at least a little bit more tense. Same thing, you could see legs not bent, but at least here I kept my hands up. Like you could see, I was trying to figure out, like I said, my guard. My guard was the one thing I was trying to work on. Every time I got hit, I checked it. Also, I'm trying to like in this moment trying to be more of a inside fighter, trying to sit here and move forward, and that's not something I'm used to doing actually. I'm used to staying back. Crossing and checking the distance. I'm not trying to let him get close. I lost my slide. Another thing, proper footwear. Like that shit caught me lacking. I'm not gonna lie, just not having like the proper footwear. That's how I got myself leaking. He got me out. One thing I didn't like, I let my hands down too fast. So if he would have went for an overhand right here, he was able to slide that. If he would have went for that overhand, I would have been cooked. He started understanding, because like I kept hitting a 3-piece jab combo, same arm.
Amateur spar.
Alright. And this is a little bit later. We both got clipped. Shit, this the one I was really like happy to see. Both cuz out there. There's Naj and I shot them both out there. Now I came a little bit late to record, so we didn't get like the full video. Yeah. Now here's.
I got to save.
So right here, I got hit with smooth chested. Like I was only, cause like again, like I said, the footwear fucked me up. Proper footwear would be like key. But I got hit in the chest twice. And trust me, my back was against the wall. I'm sitting here just trying to move out. I'm trying to weave, but not only weave, I'm trying to sit here and throw punches the whole time. But each time, like, I'm telling you, like, I'm getting hit with something. So, like, right here, I threw a punch. Right here, I was pushing. I threw 2 hooks, and I tried to turn my body into it. So, because my back was against the wall, so I could have a little bit more strength in it. I had my hands up, using my shoulder as a good block. And then right after that, we got into work.
Almost got rocked.
On God, at this point, I was cheesing hard as fuck because that hook. He got my shoulder. I pushed up my shoulder just in time. But I'm telling you, that hook could have caught my ass lacking. That hook could have caught my ass.
Almost got rocked.
Alright, I got a clean hit. Another time the shoe went off,
Say
bro.
spar all love.
And this is the thing. This isn't us going max intensity. This isn't us trying to fucking like take the other person's head off. This isn't us like in a fight. This is us with gloves on, like full, just saying here we made our own ring. Even though we don't have like a stable ground, we're still saying here like not trying to get the other person to fall. Let's say that. We just trying to practice what we got. And if you run into it, you ran into it. But at the end of the day, it's all love. Like I said, this is stuff that I believe people like y'all can do at home easily with no problem. Slow to intense.
Tripped over cat.
I'm sorry, meow meow. I remember that. Now at this point, I was too confident in my weave.
By the skin of my teeth.
I was too confident because, like, again, I don't have the right foot gear. Nigga had me spinning around.
Skin of my teeth.
And then I didn't know that my necklace was out. So, like, around that point, I got smacked in the face with my shit. I'm telling you, like, it's all love at the end of the day. It's all practice. Like, this is stuff that I believe that, like, is good, especially if you can look back to and critique it. Like, just record yourself having a little spar or some shit, and I'm telling you, you could go a long way just seeing where you're folding at, seeing where you
Full
fell.
spar coming soon. Full spar.
And then these niggas, I'm telling you, them niggas was going off for no fucking reason. Like, I wish I had, like, a just their video, but I don't think I have it. I only have it in compilations. Like, ooh, like, this is what I walked out to. That was the first thing I seen. And, like, I instantly had to record. Because, like, these niggas was, like, I could see the aura, I could see the stance, I could see the everything. And them niggas was ready for each other every step of the way. And at that point, I cut it off too fast. But right here, I felt like I was gonna get hit with a mean ass like underhand hook. So I threw out that fucking jab as fast as I could. And then you got these niggas, like I said yesterday, that cross guard. It's all stuff that we're learning on our own. We're learning what's more comfortable with our bodies, how to improve, and if it's not comfortable, how to get it to be comfortable. There's a lot of ways that people can improve in this shit. I believe that it's not that hard, or shouldn't be that hard. I don't feel like going back to the Gideon video. I feel like we kind of weaned ourselves away from that. We got a little boost to, you know, get us that energy back. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I said last time, I don't know who the fuck needs to like do it, but one of y'all boys need to give me an anime recommendation. Like you don't know how bad I've been like fiending to watch a good anime, but like there's nothing that good. Every time I sit here on like personal trying to like get into some shit, I never could find something I like, to be honest. Like I sit here, I'm trying to get back in the Still Ball Run, but I don't know when the next episode coming in. I don't feel like doing no fucking looking up and searching. I'm just waiting for Netflix to just post that bit. I've been watching One Piece and shit like that. I wouldn't say I'm caught up. And the manga I'm caught up, but I'm not a big manga reader. The only reason I read read the manga for certain animes, I couldn't wait for that shit to come out. Man, like One Piece and JoJo, top tier animes, top, like, always gonna be number ones to me. Like, they equally as good. But when it comes to like the other animes, the only one I wanted to get into was I don't want to butcher the name, but Genchi Akata. I think that's the name of it. I don't know nothing about it. So like really, if that's something that like y'all niggas can recommend, let me know because I feel like that shit would be heat. Uh, I ain't even gonna lie. One thing I could say, I feel like there is a very unpopular, and it might just be me. I might be like the only person who feels this way, but like my biggest unpopular anime take is animation don't matter. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say like I see some fucking crayon drawing animation, I'll be happy. But like to the highest degree, animation don't matter. Like we could go back to like old Dragon Ball animation when it was drawn, and I feel like that shit would be hard as fuck. Or we could sit here and like go back to like the original Naruto when he was a kid, and I feel like that would be hard as fuck. But then when I see like everybody glazing shit just for the animation, I feel like y'all leave the story behind. Like I might I might get a little hate for this, but like Demon Slayer. When Demon Slayer came out, to be fair, I wasn't a big fan of it. There was a lot of tropes of it that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that none of the powers were real. And like you could sit here and argue, well, and hockey isn't a visual. I understand that, but then half of the times that people are glazing this animation, glazing all the shit, the effects, that's all for you. That's all for viewer consumption. That's like putting Coco Melon on for a kid and they see like the bright flashing lights and they get sucked in. I love that shit though. Like when you have a good anime with good animation. But then like let's talk about like something like Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins animations mid. The story from a certain degree, I ain't even gonna lie. I believe it's amazing. I believe it's a 10 out of 10 story, but and my biggest problem with it is every time I watch Seven Deadly Sins, like it had like weird tropes in it that I couldn't get into. Same thing for Black Clover. Like I know when it comes to like different cultures, they got their different forms of entertainment, what they find funny and shit like that. And we're just like sitting here enjoying their content. But like Black Clover has like that one character who obsessed over his sister, even though he don't get like as much screen time as everybody else. It seems like every time he's on the screen, I'm just ready to turn the show off. That's my main problem. Like y'all sit here, y'all glaze over the animation, but the story be like half baked, or they have so much weird tropes in it, weird things that it's so hard to consume. Now I'm going to be honest, I glazed the fuck out of the manga of Black Clover. I watched I think up to 200 episodes, and then after that I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going straight manga, cuz at least I could ignore him in a manga panel. I could sit here and just look over his shit. Like he feels like a unskippable fucking a unskippable cutscene every time he's on screen. Now, weird animation is another thing I kind of fuck with. Like Scissor 7, JoJo's, all them. I'm not gonna hold you. I'll sit here and watch like Scissor 7 all over again. The story's fucking magnificent. Uh they took a premise that was overused back in the day and then they remade it into something that will actually be a little bit interesting. Like the amnesia or not having memories. Like every time someone writes something like that, I hear pure hate on it. Unless it's done right. Like they did it straight. They did it to a point where like it reminded me of Goku. It reminded me of watching Dragon Ball and seeing like Goku hit his head in the beginning, and you could start Dragon Ball at any point. You could start at Z, you could start at Z Kai, you could start it at Super, and they would sit here and explain a lot to you. Now, if you don't watch Dragon Ball the beginning, you wouldn't know that Goku got his like hit his head on a rock, and that's the reason he's not evil. Like that's the whole funny like premise. Like unless these shows have decent story to it, you're not going to care. Like I'll be honest, I hopped on Demon Slayer. I think the last time I watched something from Demon Slayer was the Rengoku movie, and before I watched the Rengoku movie, I just got finished watching like One Piece, where the death scene of Ace. So I'm saying here already got like the heavy heart, like, man, I kind of fuck with Rengoku. I don't want him to die. I have the heavy heart of like thinking he's just like Ace, imagining how smooth it would be if they keep him alive, and then it happens, he dies. I didn't feel as much as I thought I would. Like the story still made me think of him as like a likable character, all that. It's just like when he passed, I got upset that there was so much that I felt like was lacking out of his character. So I read the manga. And let me tell you, my boy, there's so much shit that they could have sat there and fucking like. I'm not gonna lie, manga's normally gonna be better than the anime sometimes, but like, there's so much shit that they could have did to make some of these characters seem more harder than what they are. That's the main reason why I don't think I could fuck with Demon Slayer. I think me and Naj was talking about like Berserk yesterday, and like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's CGI. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I watched that one anime that was like Baki, the fighting anime. I don't remember the name right now, like Kaizen something, but that had heavy CGI, and I was able to get through it. Uh, I can't really think of an anime right now other than that has like heavy CGI levels that I watched, or at least that I fucked with or remember. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm trying to think back, but like, oh well, I think that Go Go Loser Ranger shit. That's like majority CGI. That shit not bad. Like, again, I feel like the glaze on animation is a little bit too much, just a little bit. Cause like, what would you rather have? Good animation or a good story? And you can have both, but sometimes that's not how shit goes. So like, if you have a good story, you gonna love it no matter what, no matter if the animation shit or not. Shit, look at fucking what's that shit called, Has Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss, all that shit. I remember when it first hopped on YouTube, niggas was glazing the fuck out of it. I thought the animation was mid. Then I'm looking at the stuff they did on Prime Videos, bro. That shit is crazy how they just changed the animation slightly to make it look so much better. They have a bigger budget, they have bigger anime. Sometimes animes can't do that. Shit, I'm lucky the fact that they made Still Ball Run look so fucking good. But I'm scared that they might do it in a invincible light. Like, imagine the first episode fucking amazing, 10 out of 10, you'll love that shit, but then the second episode it looked like it's drawn on fucking OBS paint by a 5-year-old. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm willing to actually check this shit out because I feel like this be lying. Like it just, I want to look up anime, but it says top 100 titles. Now, I'm gonna let y'all know if it's cooking or not. Like, to be fair, and this Cowboy Bebop. I don't know how many people actually like sat there and watched Cowboy Bebop, but that is actually a decent sit down anime. If you're a person who likes to sit down, chill, and like like watching anime as background or like watching it for the plot, Cowboy Bebop, it has a good feel. It reminds me of Lupin. I'm not gonna hold you though. Like if you know what Lupin is, that's an old ass anime, but like that nigga, he is smooth every time he wins. Like that shit's hard as shit. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. This is another unpopular opinion, but I believe this game was actually good. It was ahead of its time. Give me a second. I feel like this game right here was way ahead of its time. Like as a person who got good at the game, who played this game heavily and got into the story of it, story's ass. The story's ass, but to be fair, the game was actually pretty good. It's just people were sweats on it. And I won't even complain about the sweaty nature. It's just in the game, like, people could spam all they want with specific characters. Like, let me be honest, if you use Kane or this guy, I don't care who the fuck you are. You're an asshole. Anybody else on the list, I don't care. Like, I was a fucking Ichigo user. You know I love Law. Law is always gonna be one of my favorites. But like everybody else, I feel like was pretty tame. Everybody else, I feel like was pretty tame, balanced. Could play him, could not. Even Asta is a fucking. I wouldn't even put him like this low. I'll put him as a B. She could stay down there. She's terrible. She's garbage. But all these characters were pretty good. The roster was pretty like baked on how many characters they actually had, villains, heroes, all that. I don't know, like, see, Asa could be a decent B tier. I felt like it was all like directed on the way that people played. I can't show hate for this. I would love if they bring this game back. If they bring Jump Force back, and I do have like some feelings I would want for it. So like if we got Jump Force back, I would want it to feel like Sparking Zero a little bit. Let me be honest. And then like even on that, I would want to build on the fact that like I would want to build off of combos, tilts, and shit like that from Naruto, but not Naruto fucking Ninja Storm Connection. I'm not gonna hold you. Like the newest Naruto that we had, it's alright, but I'll still rather play 4. 4 is still like peak to me. So if we get like the tilts from 4, Sparking Zero's like leveling and animation, I feel like Jump Force can make it. I feel like Jump Force is easily there. I feel like it was slept on back then, but at the same time, I feel like it was too ahead for its time, right? Imagine if everybody who likes anime now sat here and was able to make a vote for Jump Force. Imagine if your favorite character can actually be on the roster of this bit. And it's going to be more likely. You see what the top 100 animes look like now. So like all we have to do is just sit here and wait, see if they will actually be able to do it. Like I remember when we was glazing Jumpstars Ultimate. I don't remember anything or hearing anything about that release. all I wanted was to sit here and play some fucking Jump Force or some shit. After they shut that shit down, Sparking Zero, flop. Ninja Storm, it's alright. It's alright. It plays the same. Like it's like buying 2K every year. It's like you're not paying for the differences. You're paying for the new characters and the new people. Everything else, I can't really complain about. Like I don't really play the other anime games. Everything else don't really be hitting the same. Hell, the last anime game I played was the Seven Deadly Sins one. I'm not going to talk shit about it. It's pretty decent. It's just could have been better. Could have been better. I feel like a terrible live service game that you could play on your phone. Why would I spend money on that? That's like my main thing. Why would I ever spend money on something that has the same quality as a mobile game? I don't know. I feel like gaming just lost like a lot of fucking outlook. I feel like everybody's just tired waiting for GTA 6 so they can move on with their experience in gaming. Cause like I'm not gonna hold you. Second that GTA 6 come out, I'll be saying fuck reactions for like a good month and probably start posting some GTA 6 content. Most definitely I'm finna be posting some fucking Wolverine content once I get the chance. That Wolverine game looks smooth as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Give me a second. Uh, damn, they don't have nothing like new on this bit. I'm trying to see if I could find something new for the Wolverine game. I don't want to spoil nothing or show anything that doesn't need to be seen. Cause last time when leaks came out, pushed fucking Spider-Man back, pushed a lot of bullshit back. So like, let's not do that. Shit, wait. I forgot about this. I forgot about this. How would y'all feel in an actual Blade game? Because I was thinking about something like this. If they make it right, they can make a game that's a decent mix of fucking GTA for the open world, or if not GTA, it could be like Arkham. I would love some shit like that. We could have a similar feel to combat like Spider-Man, but then imagine the power system of being a vampire. Taking out people off the street because of the fact that you have to like do some shit. Imagine having like a morality system where like you can corrupt Blade or some shit. I feel like that would be smooth. Or it could be like a action beat 'em up type game. I would love some shit like that. Like I said, the Devil May Cry feel would be amazing on a Blade like game. Being able to hit non-stop combos on multiple enemies that are undying. So if you let them sit there, they could regen. That would be hard as a bit. God damn. I'm actually surprised people still playing Shifu. I can't talk shit. I was playing that shit not so long ago. I was playing that shit not so long ago. But like, this is what I mean. Like, people are playing games that came out years ago. So, would you sit here and say like the games that are coming out now don't really have the same liquidity that the other games have? They don't have the same grip that every other game have. I don't know. That's how I feel, really. Like, last game I played and hopped on New Game Plus was Dying Light. Pretty sure, like, and I'm pretty sure that shit came out like last year or 2 years ago. I got it like as soon as it came out. It was a decent game. Played it completely. Heard like, let me be honest, that's the first Dying Light game I played. I played Dead Island religiously. I love Dead Island. So I wanted to get into Dying Light, and I couldn't get into Dying Light 2 because of the glitches. They kept fucking with me. So when I got into Dying Light the Beast, it felt more comfortable. It felt more stable. It had better movement in a certain regard. But then I feel like they didn't really show it the love that it needed. It felt like a little bit half baked. The story was good, but you could tell that the content in that was meant to be a DLC. That wasn't meant to be long form content. Because it seems like mostly the only thing that's keeping you from having a long time playing the game is if you do side missions like I did. Like I didn't want to 100% the game, but I wanted the map to be full. I wanted to be able to talk to everybody I was able to talk to, get hidden weapons and shit like that. So if you sit there and you have that type of mindset, the game will be long as fuck. It will be like a couple weeks, maybe even a month to finish. But if you don't have that mindset and you just want to play for the story reasons, or not even the story reasons, just to get done with it, you could finish that game in less than a week. I don't know, like the grip that games have, they don't really have. That's the main reason why I'm waiting for Wolverine right now. I remember when Spider-Man came out, I was playing that shit nonstop. I finished that shit, played New Game Plus, finished New Game Plus, and played that. It's been a minute since I hopped on the game for that long. So if I sit here on some shit, play Wolverine, I feel like they can't fuck up. It's supposed to be a beat 'em up game. You already did great with Spider-Man, so just take out the web slinging and now put more combo work. Now put more actions into brutality, gore, the ability to sit here and like actually fight the people we going against. Give us good boss battles. Give us people like Sabretooth. Give us people like fucking Hulk. I would love that if we are able to have a Wolverine versus Hulk. Oh, I would love that shit. Especially since I seen the brown suit. So I hope that shit happens. We're in the cold. Like, I hope that shit happens. Like, it just has to at this point. Hell, I'll even love if they go to, let's say this Wolverine game, and it's talking late in the future. If this Wolverine game go good, imagine the sequel being X-Men. That shit would be hard as fuck. Imagine like it has multiple X-Men characters you could play as. Fan favorites. You could play as Wolverine. You could play as fucking Nightcrawler. You could play as Rogue. You could play as Cyclops. You could play as like main characters of the game. Now they don't have to make it a multiplayer game, because I'm scared ever since the fucking that one Batman Arkham Knights game came out with like all the fucking, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the multiplayer aspect kind of worries me. But I feel like they could do it the best. If they do it, imagine how big of a fucking change that would be for gaming. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many like ideas that people do have. I don't know if like companies are hearing the feedback. Like, if y'all seen the fucking Avengers game, the Avengers game was ass terrible. I can't glaze it, can't talk any good about it. That Avengers game was garbage. To be fair, I did like download it when it first came out. So like even when I came back to it to try to play it, after like months of updates, months of like sitting here on some shit like ignoring the game, I came back, restarted the story. It was still mid. Same for the Gotham Knights. I didn't get that shit till like once that shit started dying. Once they made Suicide Squad, that's when I got Gotham Knights. So like I let these games muster. I let them like sit for a minute because I don't want to be the person that just instantly like grab the game and then get upset because I didn't fuck with it or just don't end up playing it. But man, I'd be tired of like sitting here like going through gaming nowadays and just getting straight garbage. The free games are doing better than anything I could pay for. I play Marvel Rivals than more than any other game that I play. Other than I play Call of Duty. Uh, I'm still kind of upset because like I bought 6. Then the next year, and how it feels the next year, 7 comes out. Hey, y'all not 2K. Sit back, chill, and actually cook y'all game. Y'all could put so many updates on the Call of Duties y'all have over the ones that y'all sitting here and fucking make a game that's actually worth playing for a long time. Make a game that people actually want to sit here and spend time like actually having. Put constant updates on it. You don't have to sit here and cook multiple games if you're sitting here constantly upgrading one game and making it actually decent. This might be I won't even say a bad example. Turn off my monitor by accident. But this might not be like the best example, but I know it's not a bad example. God of War. God of War did phenomenal with how they like handled everything, to be honest. Like the way that God of War did it, I played that, replayed it, and then once I started to like 100% the game, I was starting to put it down. They came out with an update that made me play it for more days than I needed to. It's an update you could beat in one day. Yeah, I came back to play it multiple times to get different interactions to understand what the fuck was going on. That's how you do it. I'm not gonna lie, make longevity out of that game. Cause I could go back and play God of War Ragnarok anytime and I'll be satisfied. I could play God of War 3 and I'll be satisfied. That's the sad thing. Like, if you get a game that actually has like a good grip, a good all that, I feel like we'll be sitting here back in the gaming. I ain't even gonna lie. Right now, I've been trying to get into like the writing and shit myself to understand like character, all that bullshit. But like one thing, I'm not fully in depth with it. So like every time I sit here on some shit, like get into my writing, I kind of phase out. Let's say that. Like I'll forget the fact that like, oh yeah, I ain't the one writing this shit. I know that probably like just me yapping, but like even on that, like the characters that I've been writing for, they're like superhero characters, all that. So mostly the mindset is trying to make them as unique as they can be. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to make a clone of Superman. I'm not trying to make a clone of Batman. I'm not trying to, cause those are tropes that I feel like are already taken, that already been done, used, and we don't need to see that shit again. But I don't know, like there's many ideas that we could sit here and do for gaming. We could sit here and do for shows, all that shit. Like I stand on like my stance earlier, fucking I'd rather have a good story over great animation any day, especially if the story is good enough to make the animation look great. Man, I remember being young watching Seven Deadly Sins for the first time. I was glazing the fuck out of that show until I seen a great story. Until I actually started watching shows with great stories. I'm not going to sit here and say Seven Deadly Sins was a bad story. That shit was amazing. I watched that shit to the end. But it's so much better shit out there now just for the story, bro. I'm not going to lie. And I sometimes be watching animes that don't have no story. Remember Psyche, that fucking nigga with the pink shit in his hair? That's a sad thing. I'm supposed to fucking end stream. I keep getting caught up. uh, I'm trying to find this nigga, but I don't know if I'm like spelling his name right. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this shit has no plot to it. This has no fucking plot to it, but it has decent animation. Even though characters look like they're fucking gimmicks of people you'll see off of other animes, I feel like that's the whole point. Like, I think this is like a satire like anime. I kind of fuck with that. Like, altogether, I thought the anime was like smooth. And I had no problem with it. Give me a second. Here's another one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I watched the English dub only, so I don't know if the Japanese sub would actually be good or better. But all I know is this is a goofy ass anime if you watch it in English. Nothing makes sense. This shit is goofy as fuck, racist as fuck. I have hella love for it. It's funny as hell. Those are animes that the story these are niggas improving. They made the story so much more interesting. They made the story so much more interesting. You don't care that it's a 1980s fucking anime. You don't care how ass these niggas be looking. How ugly some of these characters are. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This nigga ugly as fuck in the background. That nigga ugly as shit. Everything else look like a normal anime. I feel like if we got the normal version, no one would care about this. They did their own subversions, making the story sound as smooth as they want. But like I said, the more that you sit here on some shit, actually like putting care to the story more than you do care to the animation, care to all that shit. I'm not gonna lie, people would find that shit amazing. Shit, I'm trying to think if I have anything else to fucking talk about. I ain't even gonna lie. My dumb ass never. Man, what happened to the old YouTube, bruh? What happened to the YouTube where you had people like Vanoss Gaming? You had people like Quabble Cup. You had people like fucking popular MMOs who was saying here all respectively smooth as fuck. Now you don't really be like hearing about them. And I one of those niggas, I ain't even gonna lie, I still watch Vanoss. Vanoss is funny as fuck. He always been funny. I'm not gonna lie, I always sit here and glaze at that nigga. He been funny as fuck since I was a kid. He's funny as fuck now. Shit. I'd be surprised. Like, most of the people, they really did like change their full demographic of what they show on YouTube, or they are not the same people that they used to be. Like, look at Gideon. Gideon changed his life for the better. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, the endless amount of glaze I have for this nigga. This nigga do amazing work. He sits here and actually puts in work to sit here and stop these predators. The fact that there's actually people who sit here and criticize or scrutinize this man for the shit that he do, I find that shit really surprising. It's like you really damned if you do, damned if you don't on like the internet nowadays. Shit, like even oh fuck.
Insomniac's Wolverine game is coming in fall 2026, and here's why it's different. Unlike Spider-Man's big open world, this one is rumored to be tighter and more brutal, a semi-open world built around close combat. Insomniac even created something called Blood Tech, so every slash leaves blood and stains that stay on the battlefield, making fights feel savage. The story won't keep Logan in one place either. You'll be traveling through Madripoor, Japan, and Canada, uncovering his violent past. And the best part, it's set in the same universe as Spider-Man.
Bro, you can't tell me this game don't look fucking hard, bro. You can't tell me this game don't look hard.
Meaning crossovers are on the table. So what do you want to see in Wolverine's game?
Honestly, there is so much shit I would want to see in this fucking game, bro. It's just, I just hope they do it right. Like, from that clip alone, that gives me a lot of confidence that this game is going to be smooth. I seen the way that they was moving in the gameplay. I'm not gonna lie. This shit better be, like, game of the year easily. This shit better be game of the year. And I think GTA 6 is coming out at the end of the year, so once GTA 6 come out, I know that's going to, like, steal everybody's money, everybody's time. Like, here's the one weird thing. Unless you are young, unless you can't afford it, GTA 6 is going to be everywhere. Everybody's going to have it. Servers are going to crash. Most likely, you won't even be able to purchase it the day that it comes out. You're most likely going to have to pre-order that bitch because of the fact that most people are going to be sitting here fucking spamming on whatever the fuck console, Steam, all that shit just to play that bit. While y'all sitting here doing that, I'm going to be sitting my ass back playing Wolverine, waiting for that shit to download. I don't know. Shit, this is still like on what I was saying, like, I know it's my algorithm, so y'all could say whatever. Y'all could say, like, this is the shit that I picked. But even on, like, a fresh channel, and I'll be honest, I only probably looked up, like, some boxing shit on this. But other than that, even on a fresh channel, this is all you see. Just because I like boxing, you're going to show me niggas with guns. I do fuck with the boxing and shit, but, like, what happened to old YouTube? This actually look pretty smooth. Hey, that nigga Queso. Hey, bro, a lot of glaze. That nigga got a lot too glaze. I fuck with Queso. Queso's actually another streamer that's been doing great work. Also, same for Jancy. I wanted to check out this video, but I'll probably check it out on my actual account. Give me a second, because one thing that's been confusing me, the nice guy streamers, the actual good streamers out here, the people who seems not to be scamming, not having problems and shit like that, those are the people that are getting disrespected nowadays. It's weird.
All this stream was, bro, the epitome of this stream was basically just Mr. Beast pressuring people into donating to Team Water.
Looking back, it wasn't right. Looking back, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't good pressuring people. It made a lot of streamers look bad, and I do apologize for that as well.
See any of this, but did Mr. Beast like pressure people into donating?
I thought that the methods were a little bit too much. And not just a little bit, it was way too much. I said it at the time when it was still live that I was uncomfortable with it.
Mr. Beast just responded to a really awkward claim by massive streamer Jinxie, who claimed that the Team Water stream that he was a part of was one of the most uncomfortably weird streams he's ever done.
See, I seen this clip. I'm not gonna hold you. And in this clip, like, this is why I also made my statement yesterday. These are people who on the internet,
so 2 weeks ago,
have a lot of fucking money. These are our people on the internet who are fucking rich, yada yada bullshit like that, right? These are the niggas that we let be famous. Y'all niggas don't like XQZ. I don't know. I know he talks shit. I know he's annoying, but y'all niggas don't like XQZ. Y'all blame Mr. Beast for every problem that happens in the world. I'm not gonna lie. If this nigga fucks up even a little bit, this nigga's cooked. Jancy, I kind of fuck with him because he's one of the few people who's still keeping gaming alive. And like I said, these nice guy streamers are the ones getting blasted on. They're getting like told off like they're a part of the crowd, the collective. I can't say nothing for Aiden Ross. I don't watch him no more. After like his fiasco of being an asshole, I kind of just gave up on Aiden's redemption arc. I do like the boxing shit though. The fact that he's actually promoting boxing is something that I can always hype behind. I feel like this nigga, he got his chance to actually do his shit and redeem himself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, put your camera on.
Yeah, hold up. I'm trying to figure out how to
Hundreds of thousands of people are watching, you know.
How many?
Hundreds.
Oh, that's because X2C is here.
Facts.
Nah, I don't got it.
Jinxie, this is Logan Paul, by the way. Logan Jinxie.
What up? Nice to see you, Logan.
I know. Come on, I know Jinxie. Come on.
I met Logan.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to not be rude. Hey, Logan, how you doing? We all donated $1 million. Would you do $1 million? You bought a diamond.
Even Asmongold got randomly pulled into the group chat mid-stream, where Mr. Beast instantly asked him if he wanted to donate money to stop people from dying.
We know you got a lot of
Hey! What is this?
Hey, Asmon! Big fan!
Hey, what's going on? Hi, hello, hi guys.
What's up, dude?
Hey, man.
Hey.
So there's this, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jimmy, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
There's this charity thing called Team Water, where every dollar donated is a year of clean water for someone in need. And, we're trying to raise money to get people clean water all around the world. It's, a big thing. People die from it. And we were just curious. Your friends here were saying you were a very generous soul.
Are you really gonna do this shit? I fucking did the McDonald's drive-thru, and it's gonna happen to me? Oh my god. Oh, what are you trying to get me? What are you just fucking give me a number? Just give me a number, Jimmy.
And even Logan Paul, who is genuinely not known for having the strongest moral compass, called it out. He flat out said they put him on the spot too, and now he was broke. When Logan Paul is the voice of reason in a situation, you know something has gone sideways. Now, the person who arguably got hit the hardest by this whole dynamic was Kai Cenat. The entire internet flamed him because he was one of the biggest streamers in the world, and yet he would not donate to Mr. Beast's Team Water charity. People called him a hypocrite, but the person I want to focus on is Jinx.
I also never understood the Kai Cenat slander. The one thing I do agree with in people is I never understood a nigga who would get billions, millions from fucking whatever directive they do and then just stop that shit. Now, I do understand it. How do you expect other people to get their chance? You know how many people show hate and disdain for Kai just because of the fact that he's a streamer, just for the fact because they can't get streams and shit like that, they can't get views. I find that weird. The fact that y'all showing hate to a nigga that, again, is just living his life that people are just consuming. And if y'all gonna hate him, then why sit here and watch his streams anyway?
Because his experience during the stream was particularly rough, and he stayed quiet about it for a long time before finally speaking.
Jimmy, can I do a discount?
Yeah. We can give you a discount. So, just so you have the context.
Not to be a dick, bro, but there's no way Jinxie donated $1 million.
Okay, stop. Just pause it there, bro. First off, you're saying not to be a dick when you're just clearly just being a dick.
Let me uncover.
Actually, I'll let it play like 10 more seconds.
No.
That's crazy, Jinxie.
Dude, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I just feel like in this.
Yeah. So first off, just break down everything. Logan joins the call, and I remember, I think Aiden or Mr. Beast, I don't remember who, but somebody said everybody in here donated $1 million, and I'm thinking in the back of my head like, okay, what is the point of saying that? It's not true. No one in the call donated $1 million. I think Aiden donated like 400 grand or something, or pledged or something. But like, what is the point of?
See, again, now this is Mr. Beast's fault now. He sat there and he lied on the stream to sit here and hope that someone who should have a big following, big money, all that, would donate a big amount. I find that, again, weird. Like, that's more on his regard.
Saying that, first off, to Logan.
Particular group of people, bro. You got the least liquidity.
Okay, so yes. In this particular hyper-specific group of people, yes, I have the least liquidity. I also don't really care. I don't know. I'm very happy. I wake up and I play video games and I enjoy my life a lot. And I spend time with my family, dude. I don't really care about having $1 billion, bro. I understand that.
Like, I feel like this had to be a Clip Farm moment. It had to be a moment where OG fucking Logan was just sitting here trying to talk shit. Because, like, it's weird when a nigga who normally talks shit, the nigga who normally sits here on YouTube who makes fun of people is looking uncomfortable as shit. Even when I first watched this, I'm not gonna lie, it was uncomfortable as hell. Cause like it didn't make no sense. Like even in this particular group of people, Janky might have the lowest following or lowest bang. I don't know. But even in this particular group of people, he is still willing to sit here and help out. He's still willing to sit here and do all that. He's happy in who he is. Like, again, you're just painting yourself as the bad guy for what now, Logan? Like, that's what it kind of feels like. Now, why are you doing this?
In this call, I have the least liquidity, but I don't care. Like, why does that even matter? Like, I don't know. Does that even mean anything?
That kind of response from a 22-year-old kid sitting in a call with billionaires and multimillionaires who are trying to make him feel small is honestly more mature than anything any of them said that entire stream. But the bigger issue that Jinxie raised was not about Logan. It was about the entire structure of what Mr. Beast was doing. He described the stream, which lasted roughly 2 hours, as one of the most uncomfortable and weird streams of all time. He said the epitome of the stream was basically just Mr. Beast pressuring people into donating to Team Water, which is a great cause, but at the end of the day, if Team Water raises $100 million, who gets the credit? Who is going to make the tweet? Who is going to post the video? Mr. Beast. So basically, everyone is donating, he is getting all the credit, and everyone is getting pressured into donating in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
But we're all getting pressured into donating.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even in the beginning, the first thing, hey, everybody posted 1 million. There's hundreds of thousands of people who is watching you right now. So do the right thing. I'm not gonna lie, that's weird as hell. And then he's hitting the same fucking YouTube smile like most of the time. He's just spamming his fucking smile. That shit's funny as hell.
You know, hundreds of thousands of people. When you combine all the streams, you're talking 200,000 people are watching this live. And at the end of the day, I kind of thought about it, and it's like, well, at the end of the day, it goes to a good cause, so I don't really care. Like, it goes to a good cause. But that's all this stream is, bro. This is one of the, like, this stream was just excruciating, bro. Okay.
The man.
And every time somebody would join the call, bro, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let's be honest, chat. If Team Water raises, whatever, like $100 million, who gets the credit for it, bro? Who's gonna make the tweet and say, oh, this is Team Water and we raised this amount of money? Who gets all the credit for this, chat? Mr. Beast. Exactly. So basically, we're all donating. He's getting all the credit.
He still donated. He was not asking for his money back. He was pointing out the dynamic and the methods, not the cause itself. Mr. Beast essentially exploited the fact that all these streamers are trying to protect their public image. He knew they would not say no live on stream in front of hundreds of thousands of people because it would make them look bad and potentially damage their careers. Just look at what happened to Kai. That is not charity. That is leverage. Mr. Beast responded to the situation almost immediately. And honestly, his response might have been worse than saying nothing. He replied to a Jinxie clip on Twitter and said, "We were streaming in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and the clips got millions of views, so they did get credit. Regardless, I do not feel bad for asking multimillionaires publicly to help people drinking dirt water get access to clean water so they can live longer." Now that sounds...
Now, for anybody who sits here and like have a blatant outlook for something like that, I feel like that's real. Again, he went to the most wealthiest people that he could probably grab for at that moment, asked them for a donate. He wasn't asking them to fucking show yourself just so fucking people could see you on stream and shit like that. He was just asking you to donate. after that was yes or no, and you could dip out. So like, fan bases are just wild.
Like a perfectly reasonable statement if you do not think about it for more than 3 seconds. He took the mainstream route, framed it as clean water versus greedy streamers, and the majority will naturally side with him on principle.
He's using them as the enemy right now. So if they would say no, they would become the enemy. They would end up looking more bad than anything. Same reason why everybody in that group who probably did donate, Logan still looked like the bad guy because he was saying they're talking shit the whole time.
Holy, he took the mainstream route, so he automatically wins because the majority will agree with him. Jeez Louise. There's a difference between asking millionaires for donations and then asking fucking... I'll give a perfect example. You asked Rug to donate. Rug said he'll donate 10K. You said it wasn't enough, so you made him donate more. That shit is fucking weird. I agree with what Jinxie's saying. You guys put me in a group chat and I said, yeah, I'll donate. And then you guys asked me, how much do you want to donate? I said, oh, I don't remember how much I said when they finally got me in the call, but they wanted me to donate like $100,000 to $150,000. And then you also literally had a stream with Aiden Ross and XQC. And then I think you didn't, yeah, I donated $50. And it was fucking awesome, bro. I gave 50 years of free water. And then he also, did he not like, never hit Aiden Ross about like their shit? He took like all, like, I don't know, bro.
But he completely missed the point. Jinxie was never arguing against clean water. He was talking about the methods. He was talking about how you cannot call people unannounced onto a live stream with hundreds of thousands of viewers and then put them in a position where saying no means their career takes a hit. And the credit argument is not about wanting a trophy. It is about the fact that Team Water has Mr. Beast's name and brand plastered all over it. He got a Guinness World Record for it. He will make a YouTube video about it that generates millions of views and ad revenue. In the long term, nobody is going to remember that Jinxie donated $100,000 to Team Water. They are going to remember that Mr. Beast raised $40 million. That is how it works. The streamers funded the operation and Mr. Beast collected the brand equity. It is basically the same thing as when a supermarket asks you to round up your purchase for charity and then claims all that donation on their taxes. The customer pays, the corporation gets the write-off, and the PR. XQC also weighed in, and his response was interesting because he tried to play the middle but ended up revealing more than he probably intended.
People are watching this live. Chad, as much as I want to agree with Jinxie, if you get called up, I think you could just say, like a lot of people did, I just donate privately and shit like that.
Who cares if it's private or public? It's just like, you shouldn't expect credit. You should just give the love.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
I didn't see any of this, but did Mr. Beast like pressure people into donating?
I thought that the methods were a little bit too much. And not just a little bit, it was way too much. I said it at the time when it was still live that I was uncomfortable with it.
Aiden Ross's response was the most significant of all because he did not try to play both sides.
Oh, this is Team Water and we raised this amount of money. Who gets all the credit for this, Chad?
Oh, Mr. Beast, 100%.
Mr. Beast.
I haven't even got my fucking plaque yet.
Exactly.
I privately texted Jinxie and I apologized. And I'm going to publicly apologize to Jinxie because he's right. And anybody who thinks he isn't right, you're incorrect. When those...
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm probably going to end it off here because right there, that was just the corporateness talking. Like, same thing. He could be actually genuinely, like, sorry, all that bullshit. It's just the same thing, like, with all this. So he don't get any blowback for laughing or saying they're on some shit. He's going to sit there and be quiet. I understand that. So I feel like this is a perfect place to end it. If y'all want, y'all could slide to the next stream. Most likely, it'd be in a couple of days.